It's crunch time in the MTN8. The semi-finals have been confirmed with a home leg and an away leg scheduled. Fireworks are expected when Mamelodi Sundowns host Stellenbosch. Prior to that one, Orlando Pirates take aim at Cape Town City. Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Deshaj, and with me in studio today is football analyst Siphesihle Soni.
How's it, Dash? Greetings to the viewers. It's good to be here. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I was here. Great to be back. Looking forward to the games. Let's get to it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get to it. Let's start with the mighty Buccaneers. Orlando Pirates have no less than 7 players included in Hugo Bruce's latest preliminary Bafana squad.
I mean, well-deserved call-ups for those 7 players. They've been working really well, ever since Jose Rivero arrived at Pirates. They've been doing so well. They've been improving each and every season. They've won trophies, back-to-back Nedbank Cup winners, back-to-back MTN8 winners. So, well-deserved call-ups for them. Not so long ago, we saw Mofokeng making his debut, and we're about to see talent, but also hopefully who's going to make his debut. As we all know that this is a preliminary squad, so he still has to survive that. But I'm positive that he's going to survive, and it's been very remarkable knowing that he's been there for just like over 6 months, and he was rewarded, with a permanent contract and a call-up now. So it looks like he's destined for greater things to come. And also, not forgetting players like Maswangani, who have also been shining. I think he won Player of the Season or something at the awards. So, good work by Bruce. Hopefully, they're going to make us proud in those 2 games.
Yeah, you mentioned Tito Maswangani over there. Recently awarded the number 10 jersey by the mighty Buccaneers. Do you think he deserves it?
I mean, that's a historic shirt, It was worn by the greats, Jomo Sono, Chipamoloi, the list, The history of those players who have worn that jersey, it's up there. And I think Maswangani has potential, and also he has proven himself. He's been improving each and every season. His game has been improving, his impact on Pirates. I remember when he started, they were concerned by, some football fans that he's a bit of a show-off. But when he does that, it's like some sort of a clarion call, because, whenever he does that, something happens. I remember in the game against Super Sports, he did that, and then they moved forward. I'm not sure whether they got a goal or not, but I remember Saleng putting the cross in. So he's a great player. He deserves it. I think if they decide, to bring back the jersey, they can give it to him. I think there's still a lot to come from him.
Yeah, you mentioned Pirates are the defending champions here. In fact, back-to-back champions of the MTN8. Do you feel the players are coping with the pressure because expectations are clearly on them?
They have to. They have to, because when you're at that stage, that your only choice is to win. If you don't win, you're out. And Pirates is a big team. You should, if you wear that Pirate jersey, you cannot crack under pressure. Pressure should be, your second nature. So and also they've got a good technical team. They've got a good leader in Ivan Khoza, so who can, though all those experienced people, they can guide them, and they look to be, really improving. I mean, from Rivero's first season, look at how they're playing, how they've improved their game. So I think they're not cracking. A lot is going to come.
Yeah, let's look at the opponents this weekend then. Cape Town City's Eric Tinkler has come out and said that he wants to play for a clean sheet and maybe get a positive result in the first leg. How do you think he's going to set up his team defensively to cope with Pirates' wing play?
He has a tough task ahead of him. Pirates has proven to be not an easy team to beat. He needs to line up with some experienced players. I know that one of his top defenders, Mark van Herden, if I'm not mistaken, he had just announced that he's retiring, so he will need someone to close that gap. But I trust Tinkler as also a former Pirates coach. Yeah, as much as that was a bit of a long time ago, but I think he still has an understanding of the philosophy there at Pirates, so that's gonna be an added advantage for him. So I trust that he's going to bring it at Pirates, and should he manage some positive results, that will be good for him heading into Orlando, because there at Orlando chances of getting a win are super slow compared to your home ground in Cape Town.
Well, you couldn't have said it any better. The Citizens have been busy in the transfer market. I think no less than 10 signings joined them in this window alone. Of course, some of those are attacking players to cope with the departed Kanyisa Maiguez, sort out greener pastures outside of the country. Do you think Citizens are going to struggle for goals this season?
They suffered a major blow when Mayo departed, when Mayo left, but it was coming. I mean, when you have a player that's performing well, that's gonna attract interest from big team. So it didn't come as a surprise. So surely they were prepared for that. I mean, even last season he could have left, but he stayed and performed for them. Yeah, but now he's gone. I know they signed, I think it's a French striker, if I'm not mistaken. It looks
He looks the part, Of course, he has played in the PSL previously with Maritzburg United.
So that experience is going to, come into play, and also his overseas experience. So hopefully he's going to hit the ground running, gel well with the team, given the limited time that they have, to prepare for this clash. But however, they have a chance, to watch Pirates, because I know that Pirates is participating in CAF. So they have a chance, to watch their games, see, how they are playing, their style, and everything, So that should be good for them, given the fact that Pirates, they won't have a chance to see them playing. Their only record of them playing this season is that 1-0 win in the opening games,
in the quarterfinals.
So they should use that to their advantage and try to come at Pirates as hard as they can.
All right. Well, with that being said, give me your prediction in this first leg.
It's going to be a tough one, but I'm gonna have to give it to Pirates. It won't be, a big score, but given how Pirates was playing against, Super Sports United, Super Sports is not an easy team, but given how they were playing, and also the fact that players like their new signing Gilberto, might be eligible to play now. So and they are not familiar, with his playing style. So I'm going to have to give this to Pirates.
All right. Well, the next fixture that we're going to unpack sees Sundowns versus Stellenbosch. Now, of course, Stellies booking their spots in the semi-finals with a 3-1 victory, an emphatic victory against Said Ramovic's TS Galaxy, a repeat of last season's Carling Cup final.
In a game where there were a lot of complaints about the pitch, which wasn't bad for one side, but it was bad for both sides. So I think it's unfair to complain about the pitch, where else you're not the only one who was playing in there. But moving on into the game, I think that tie is also a repeat of last year's, or this year rather, semis, if I'm not mistaken, of the Nedbank Cup. It's going to be an interesting game. A lot has changed. I mean, Rulani Mukwena is no longer there. The Stellies side has also lost some players. So it's a whole new, I'm expecting, a different game from what we've seen before between the two. But it's going to be a really nice fixture. It's going to be a very difficult encounter for either side, especially for Stellies, because Sundowns will have their 12th men, the fans, since they're playing at home.
All right. Well, Do you think the task has gotten all that more difficult for Stellenbosch? I mean, they are without the captain Van Rooyen, who's now signed for Orlando Pirates, as well as the leading marksman in Ikram Reynolds, who has gone to all clubs but Mamelodi Sundowns.
They've confirmed that was a West kept secret, by the way. They've confirmed that Reynolds has joined Sundowns, but I think Stellies are used to this. Each and every season they lose, their top players. I thought it was going to be different this season, given the fact that they're participating in CAF. I thought they would want to, keep their squad, try not to
sell the top players,
especially their top players. I mean, Reynolds, he played at AFCON. His experience will have been, very instrumental for them in those CAF games. But it has happened. But knowing Steve Barker, I know that he'll have a plan. That can also serve as an advantage for him. Because it's going to be a bit of a difficult task for Sundowns to prepare for a striker maybe that they're not familiar with. I'm not sure if Leshono Mojela is going to play the same position that Reynolds was playing, but he's capable. He can do the job. It's like they anticipated that something like this is going to happen, so they brought in Mojela. Given the fact that I think the striker that Reynolds used to play with is a bit young, so they need the experience, and it's gonna be really helpful for them. The signing of Mojela.
Yeah, well, looking at the opponents in this one, Mamelodi Sundowns, they booked their place in the semi-finals courtesy of a scrappy 1-0 win over Polokwane City. Do you think those Sundowns players are under pressure going into this one?
Indeed, everyone is under pressure there because they didn't score. To be honest, they won through an own goal in a match where I think Polokwane City, to be fair, they lost that match by themselves. They could have won it. They didn't, take advantage. They didn't capitalize on the chances that they got. They missed some clear-cut chances. So the Sundowns' game, their play was super underwhelming, if I can put it like that, for lack of better word. But hopefully they're going to, they went back to the drawing board and they're going to come back, as the Sundowns that we understand that there've been quite a number of changes, with now at the helm. They've sold some players, brought in new players. So maybe the new coaches will are aiming for, a whole new play,
a style of play.
Of play, yes, thank you. I think Manqoba has came out and said that they're going to play more of an attacking football rather than trying to achieve 1,000 passes in a single game. So if that's what they were trying to do in that last game, they need to really work hard on it, because I think Stellies they have a much better quality of players compared to Polokwane City, and when it comes to goal scoring chances, they will bury them. We know that Steve Barker doesn't really like to be fenced, or the whole team doesn't really like to be fenced. They play to win. They attack, they score, they defend, they attack, they score. Simple. So yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult for Sundowns.
Okay, well, with that being said, which way can you see this one going?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a draw. As much as Sundowns is going to be at home and they're gonna have a slight advantage, and also given the quality of the squad that they have, but the way that they're playing is not really that convincing, to be honest. And they're not playing an easy team. So that's why I'm calling it a draw.
All right. Well, you've heard it right here from football analyst Siphesihle Soni. For matchday previews and tips, feel free to have a look at our website. The link is in our bio. From all of us in studio, thanks and goodbye.
Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.